Uh, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh. Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone of the whole world. And Shalom to the brothers doing the work, Syrian truth. Got this article on DNYUZ. It's covering, the maxxine passport. The one they've got in New York. Which is called what? The Excelsior Pass. Which, let me just quickly double check. Okay, so Excelsior means what? Higher or lofty. High, elevated, lofty. Okay. What says what? To rise, surpass, be superior, be eminent. So, it's meant to be. Well, that's how it's being sold. It's like if you get down with, getting the maxxine, getting a pass. They've in the States they've what do you call it? I think it was two, maybe more states where they said they're doing a lottery where they're giving away like money to people who get the maxxine, like maybe £100,000. I don't know how much. I can't remember how much. £100,000, $100,000. To get people to jump on it. So it's they're basically selling it like it's an act to be rewarded. So if you get down with a pass, you get down with getting the maxxine, get down with jumping on the pass, then you'll you'll be able to fuck with society more. Because I'm reading. So it says, on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, a well-heeled crowd flashed it to get into a socially distanced dance performance at the Park Avenue Armory. In Chelsea, people showed it to attend a Joe Mulaney stand-up set at City Winery, and in Troy, New York, patrons are using it to enter an intimate speakeasy-style bar that only admits vaccinated guests. So yeah, there's places where it's going to be only if you've got the the maxxine and got the pass, you can prove it that you can get in. There was I think in California, or maybe it was Florida. I can't fucking remember, man. I ain't familiar enough with the US, like with them states. But I think it was California. There was I believe the law was passed where they said you can't like deny someone entry if they're not vaccinated. And so someone did, like, there was someone who put on a concert and they basically charged, like, I think it was like 10 grand, and then said, oh, it'll be $200 if you can prove you're vaccinated. Otherwise, you have to pay 10 grand, which obviously is just meant to be like so people don't actually come in to enter. So it's being pushed out there where if you're not fucking with it, then you'll be denied access. It's not being taken up on a mass scale yet. And even in like the UK, they had insider apparently come out to the news, I think to the Telegraph, and say, oh, the maxxine passport thing, no, it's not going to happen. Which, that just coming out just sounds fishy, because it's like they said from the longest, oh, they're not going to do it. Then all of a sudden, like, oh, we're not going to write off, and now it's just some insider just come and said, like, yeah, no, I'm not going to. You have to wait and see, man, because that shit's gonna get pushed out. And they said like the rate of infection's gone back up today, I think, in the UK anyway. So you can't write off. And this is one of the unclean frogs. So one of the unclean spirits like frogs is over here in the UK. So it's one of the hot spots. So these things are gonna get pushed out. So it said This magic ticket is New York State's Excelsior Pass, which was introduced in March as the first and only government-issued maxxine passport in the country, accessible for now only to people who've been vaccinated in the state. Okay, yeah, because I think the one in the EU is if you take a negative test or if you've been vaccinated. But yeah, the one for you know, for the US, the one for the US, well, for New York, really, that one's I think just vaccinations. Says his officials are hoping it will help New Yorkers feel confident about the safety of the businesses and jumpstart a statewide economy that is still reeling from losses experienced during the pandemic. But in order for that to happen, they will need more people and businesses to start using it, and vaccine passports to become more universally accepted. Though it's basically just a QR code on your phone that indicates your vaccine status. The pass and vaccine passports more generally have become a political flashpoint among conservatives and others who say the passports violate privacy concerns. About 1.1 million Excelsior passes had been downloaded onto phones and computers as of last week, according to the state, but so far 9.1 million New Yorkers have been fully vaccinated, so it's not really had that much uptick, but it's, it's pushing a vibration out there. And that's, alright. So yeah, this is all about, getting people's minds in gear to have to fall in line and accept whatever, is now being sold on the idea of like going back to normal, of being able to, just get back to living your life. And that's what everyone wants to do. So off the back of that, it's then just like, yo, accept whatever means or whatever needs to be done. Fuck. Whatever needs to be done so you can get back to that. Let me read this. Revelation 13 and 12, and it says, "In the exercise of all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed." Yeah, everyone's worshipping that revived Roman system, man. Which, the EU and NATO. That's the core part of it, and that's what everyone's following after. Everyone's wandering after. Everyone's, idolizing that lifestyle, and that's why everyone's gonna be like, hey, look, we'll just take whatever, just so we can get back to living life, man. Well, they'll take the mark, they'll take the vaccine, they'll take whatever means necessary, man. And that's the mindset you've been in, especially with it's like with women. This is why the serpent beguiled Eve, man. Eve was the weaker vessel, and it was through Eve that's how you got to Adam. So with the women are the ones that are really they're jumping out and running to go and get whatever safety that they can get, mainly through that vaccine. They're jumping all, they're clamoring for that. And it says, "And he doeth great wonders, so that he make a fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men." Yeah. So part of that is with with those nukes, and then as well with the carpet bombing. I believe it was NATO did as well. These things have basically made everyone like marvel after the power of the beast, the combined strength of like the US, NATO, EU, and NATO. These systems Esau's built. Everyone's there just like that's why no one really thinks America can go down. They're thinking like, who can come up and challenge? The only one they're thinking is like, oh, China. But then even then, it's like militarily they're not on the same in the same ballpark yet. But that's just like people like, oh, 20, 25 years, blah blah blah, or whatever. But no one's thinking about Yahweh Shai, so-called black man, coming from heaven, cracking the clouds with the chariots, which are referred to as the UFOs, or what's the new one, UAPs. I think it's unknown aerial Yeah, I think UAP. I can't remember what it stands for, but these are the things that are not far from people's minds, man. And that's why it's when Yahushua makes his return, it's gonna be a shock. Um, this is what, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of these miracles that he had the power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by the sword and did live. Yeah, everyone's been deceived. Everyone's out here. They've. That's the thing is Esau's gone around the world. He's conquered. He's conquested, and put the earth in subjection through the sword. So that's why it's like everyone's the knock on effects of that are that, and that still continues to this day. That's not stopped. That's something that he's still done. That's why he's still stretched out. He's got army bases all over the globe. He's still got engagements, mainly in the Middle East, man. That's that main point of contention, and trying to creep towards and nullify Russia as a threat. That's what the US is trying to do. And it's like, what? That's so. Everyone's following after that, and what? Make an image, that image of the beast. All the different aspects of Esau's, so-called culture and how he rules on the earth. These things are what everyone's everyone's wandering after. Everyone's following after that image. And so. That's why everyone's in the same accord. Whenever events happen, people are in the same mindset. They're all gonna look to Esau, and it's like whatever comes out in the news, whatever narrative he pushes out, whatever vibration he pushes out, that's what they follow through with. But then it's like, okay, you be like, okay, well, according to the scriptures, that people's gonna be looking at you like you got 7 legs and 15 eyes and shit, man. They gonna look at you like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Because they're all in that same spirit. They're all worshiping that same image, man. Following after the same customs and lifestyle of people that are basically modern day Hellenes. So this is what and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Yeah, so that mark, that's that implantable microchip that goes underneath the skin. And this is something you've already seen spoken about by what's it called, by the Pentagon, when they pushed out as a solution, as a treatment for the for the C-19, for that they had for as a solution. They said, okay, they developed a chip that you implant, and then it will trace whenever you get C-19 in your system, so that you can then afterwards go and get treatment immediately and be aware of your status at all times. So this thing's out, this mark that's going to be used to track and trace people is already out there, and you've already got people with these things inside, because there's various angles, a monetary angle as well that have pushed, because it's said about buy or selling. The cryptocurrency, you've had the huge boom, you had the market tank, but regardless, you've still got like China pushing out heavily on the crypto one, and Russia and the US looking into it. So, and the thing is that's like with playing with the current crypto market as it is, just showing how easily manipulatable it is. Then it will be like, okay, when it comes in, they say, okay, we need to nationalize it. We need to have a standard US, crypto dollar, so that there's a stable core to it, or certain regulations or whatever. Because these systems are all going to be intertwined in that mark, where if you don't have it, you're not going to be able to go out. You're not going to be able to do things, and monetarily, then that's what you're going to have to be utilizing. So yeah, that's, these are the things, and that's why it's like it's all leading there, man, from multiple sides. It's all heading towards what, that implantable chip. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yeshua, Shalom.